How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today's topic is 8 reasons for drinking alcohol that you need to rethink. The first one is that everyone says it's okay to drink, right? The majority of people are drinking alcohol. It's normalized in our society. Well, I'll tell you what, right? That is sheep mentality, right? That's thinking like a sheep. You know, lemmings following each other off the cliff. My father used to say to me, if I stuck my hand in this fire, would you follow? No. So you really have to be intelligent about this and start thinking about what it's doing to you, what it's doing to your body, what it's doing to your mind, and then make a decision based on your personal circumstances, right? Think about these things and don't just follow people. Somebody once said to me, you know, find out what the most people are doing and do the exact opposite, and that's probably the best thing to do. The second thing is that it's fun to drink. Well, I'll tell you what, right? I have so much more fun now that I don't drink than I ever did when I had drink. I brainwashed myself. I was brainwashed by the aggressive marketing of alcohol companies to think that life wouldn't be fun without alcohol, you know? And most people who drink, they have the FOMO attitude, the fear of missing out, and they think, oh, I can't. If I do this, I'm not gonna drink. Well, the problem is that when you're drinking, your whole life starts to revolve around it. Your whole conception of fun and relaxation and celebration starts to revolve around alcohol, you know, and these are parts of your life that should be enjoyed on their own anyway, right, without alcohol. And you'll discover this once you stop drinking, that you can do all these things without drinking alcohol, and you can do them 10 times better, right? No hangover, you're not spending money, you're not making a fucking idiot out of yourself in the pub or in a party or whatever, right? You're just being yourself all the time. Very level-headed life. That's the way to go. Third one is stress. People say they drink because they want to reduce their stress. Well, the problem is that alcohol may reduce your stress in the moment because it stops you thinking about the problems that are in your life, right? But it does nothing for your long-term stress. It doesn't cure your long-term problems, right? It doesn't do anything for your long-term problems. It doesn't do anything for your long-term stress. In fact, you put your body under massive amounts of stress, because as soon as you put alcohol inside your body treats it as a toxin. Alarm bells start ringing off, and it's doing its very best to try and get the alcohol out of the system. Why do you think when you've drank a lot of alcohol, you go out to sleep like that? It's your body putting you to sleep, right? Get the idiot out of the equation, right? So we can deal with what's happening here. That's what's happening. So alcohol is never going to do anything for your stress, right? Relaxation is another one of these things that people think, well, you know, I need alcohol to relax. You know, I've heard the same thing with cigarettes. I need a cigarette to relax, right? It's the association again, right? You're associating alcohol with relaxation, right? Take the alcohol out of the situation, you notice something is missing and you're not feeling relaxed anymore. So it just reinforces that stupidity in your head that alcohol and relaxation are two things that are together, that you can't do without them. But relaxing situations are relaxing situations. Go home after work, put your feet up in front of the television, right? Get a nice warm cup of tea and watch something on the Netflix or whatever it is that you're watching it on, right? This is a relaxing situation with people that you love, right? Talking about sensible stuff. You know, this is a relaxing situation. Being with your friends, right, in celebration. This is relaxing. This is what you do to relax. You know, going on holidays is relaxing. When I used to drink, every time I went on holidays, I felt more tired when I got back because of all the drinking I was doing when I was away. And that was stressing my body out. And as far from relaxation as you can get, right? You feel that you're relaxing because you're sort of inebriated, you know? It's just bullshit. It's more propaganda and brainwashing. Socializing is another one that people think they need alcohol for. Well, you walk into a pub, right, or into any situation where there's a lot of people drinking alcohol, right, and you see how social people are once you're not drinking, right? You must have been in these situations before, right? You walk into a room, there's a drunk next to you, right? How social does he feel to you when you're not drinking yourself? Not very social at all. He's like, oh, slurring all over you, in your face, not socializing. Any drug taking is a selfish act because you're the only one that's feeling the benefits, right? In big inverted commas. You're the only one who's feeling the effects of the alcohol, right? Nobody else is feeling them. you inflict that on other people just in the verbal diarrhea that you give out. So socialization, no, rethink that one. Peer pressure is another one. Now, peer pressure is something that you'll get when you first start drinking, for instance, right? Peer pressure is something that you'll get when you try to stop drinking, especially when you get older and people are saying, what are you doing? What do you mean you're quitting drinking? You don't need to quit drinking. And it's always, always, always off other drinkers. You will never hear somebody who doesn't drink telling you that you don't need to quit drinking, that all you need to do is to cut down. Why would anyone who doesn't drink tell you that? The only people that are going to tell you that you don't need to be drinking are the ones who are already drinking themselves, because they don't want to lose their drinking buddy. They don't want to lose face and think that you're doing something that they should be doing. They don't want you to highlight their problems, right? And this is what you do when you start to talk about quitting drinking or losing weight, right? Or stopping smoking. You know, the people around you who are overweight, the people around you who are also smokers, their whole picture of life is in jeopardy because of what you're doing, right? Because of what you're saying to them. Number 7 is tradition. Now, tradition is one of these things where we say to ourselves, well, we've been drinking alcohol for thousands of years. The human race has been drinking alcohol for thousands of years, right? Alcohol is just a part of who I am. This is what I used to think, it was a part of who I am. Guinness specifically was a part of who I am. How the fuck was Guinness a part of who I was? The only part of me was this big beer gut that I was developing because I was drinking Guinness, right? The only part of me that Guinness was a part of who I am was the fact that I get up in the morning with a hangover and I couldn't go and do my work, right? Tradition is bullshit, right? Especially when it's affecting your health today. You know, there's traditions of slavery that go back thousands of years. Should we adopt those because they're tradition? Do you know what I mean? There's female genitalia mutilation, right, that is going on today because of tradition, right? There's stuff going on in the world today that people ascribe to their particular traditions, but it's hurting other people. So, you know, should we keep on going with that? So tradition is another one. Seriously rethink what you're saying in this. And another one is that if you stop drinking, right, that you're going to be boring. I go back to the same thing again of walking into a pub and a party, whatever it is, and stand next to a drunk while you're sober and listen to what he is spouting out or she is spouting out. Talk about boring. You know, that's boring. You know, when you get your life and your life starts to dissolve into all you're focusing on is alcohol. You know, everything you do that is supposed to be fun and celebratory in your life all revolves around alcohol. That's boring. Right? When you get out of that and you start doing other things and your life starts to expand and you try to become, or you are aimed at becoming, focused at becoming the best possible version of yourself, then that's when you stop becoming boring, right? That's when your mind expands, your life expands. So there are 8 things about drinking alcohol that you should rethink. If you want any help at all, if you feel like you want to quit drinking alcohol and you want some help from me, come on over to alcoholmastery.com. We've got a few free things there. You sign up, give your email address, your first name, and I'll send them out to you. Until next time, take care of yourself. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth, onwards and upwards. Take care. Bye-bye now.